Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking Android box. This is called X1 Pro. This box is done by a company called Tanggula. And if you are watching this on YouTube, this is YouTube friendly. To watch the full review so you can learn more about it in more detail, links are available at the bottom of this video. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'll have to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this user manual. Now it has their model number and also the company name written on one side of it. And once you open it, it will tell you how you will be able to connect the box, what's included in it, also the connections for the box, and some troubleshooting steps in the back. And that's about it. It also comes with this user manual. Now this one gives you a little more detailed information on how you will be able to see the main page, what you should be able to expect from it. Also some information about resetting, how you will be able to see the main screen. Also, if you want to connect a TF card reader where you can be able to read and play some videos from it, connecting to Wi-Fi, also the Ethernet, how you should be able to even use this as a Wi-Fi hotspot, so this way you can share the internet with others, and that's about it. Now it does come with an HDMI cable. Also comes with a power adapter, which is 5 volt 2 amps, created for Canada in United States. And this is the power that will be connected, so you can power up the box. Again, the remote is very generic. Let's just take it out first. So it is inside of little plastic. And then you can see from the top you have the power for the box, and then you can also control your TV with it. The instructions are right in the back, but then you also have the rewind and fast forward, and this is the one that you can skip chapters, volume up and down. You also have the help button, apps button, home, return, navigation key with the OK in the middle. Also you have the menu key, the static mouse, and the numbers in the bottom. And then when you flip it in the back, you have a little spot that you can open and put 2 AAA batteries, which is not included in this box. And the IR is right on the top. This the design of it, and going around, there's nothing else with this remote. The big moment is the actual box. And once you take it out, this is how it really looks. It just have that little icon right on the top. And then once you go to the front, you have all these little holes for ventilation. You can see through them all the way. Yes, that's really cool. I like that. And then they have a little sticker going all the way around, which I'm going to take off right now. And it starts from right there, so I will rip it out. So it looks like they made it because it has a fingerprint residue. You can see that it puts fingerprints to it, but there should be an LED so you can see everything. Once you go to one side of it, you have a TF card reader, one USB 3.0, one USB 2.0 port. Going to the back, you have the AV port, which needs an extension. You have an HDMI. Also, you have a LAN connection, AC connection, so that way you can power it up. And nothing else. Once you go to the bottom, you have a lot of holes for ventilation, and yes, you can see the motherboard, or PCBA in this case, and these are the little legs, and these are looks like it's just built in with it. It's not something that you can take off, and once you put it on the floor, it moves. So yes, these are little parts that I'm really liking to see. It's missing it. You do have the name, which is Smart TV Box. Again, it's generic name. And then the model is right at the bottom of it, says X1 Pro, 4 GB of RAM, 64 gig, and 5 volt 2 amps power, which sometimes you need in order to process things. But this is how it looks. We're going to put it down. We're going to power it up to show you what you're going to get on the TV. Now to show you, we will open the back. And this way we can tell you if this remote do work or it does not work. It's going to show you right now. So once you put the batteries in, close the back. And now in order to see this, when you press the button, this will blink. But with naked eye, you cannot see it. So if you use your phone or a camera and you point to it, you do not have to film. You just have to look through the screen. And when you press a button, it will blink. And you can see that right now, that inside of it blinks. And also on top, this button is also blinking. There you go. So now you know that the remote is fully functional. So for CEC purposes, we will power up we will put the HDMI first and then the power. And then you can see that the box is powering up and it said boot, and now it changed to a time, which is not correct yet because it's still booting up. So when you turn it on for the very first time, this is what you should see as the name. And yes, there is an animation. You will get this disclaimer for very first time, so you need to select agree. And then it goes into this screen. So this is their main launcher. And this is how everything looks. So now we should be able to connect this and go next. So for the main part, I really like how this is so simple. You can see the Bluetooth on the top and then time and date on the one side of it. You have huge icons for Play Store and then RKCMC, which is a different version of Kodi. And then you also have YouTube, Media Center, and then you have little shortcuts that you can add apps to it. And then same thing in the bottom that you can add some shortcuts. Now this is full apps, so you can click on it, and these are the default apps that are part of this. Now I have to mention that it's still not connected to the internet, so we can process. And let's do that first, and then we go next. The first thing we're going to open will be YouTube. As you can see, by default, it plays it on 1080p. But the maximum you can go is 4K, which is right over here. And if you want to see 2K is this one. So 4K is the one that we need to switch it to. And we're going to give it a couple of seconds for it to switch and show you a proper section. There you go. Now you can see that it is so vibrant, but it's a little frozen right now. So let's just get out of this. As you can see, it automatically selected. This is a different video. So the other videos start freezing. So I changed it to a different one. You can see that this says 8K, but this box only allowing us to see up to 4K, which has already been selected. And now we're going to go into it a little geeky. So you can see that it's playing it very nicely. It is 1080p, 0 frame drops. It is grabbing it on 4K, but in 30 frames per second, as you can see the little arrow. And then going down, the codec is VP9 and MP4A in 40.2, which is, again, it shows it flawlessly right now. And the color saturation, everything is in the bottom. Network activity is there too. You can see that it is grabbing it properly. This is connected via Wi-Fi, by the way. It's not a LAN connection, and it works perfectly. So you can see the buffer unit is right underneath of it. It's about 18, which, again, it works really good. And now there's 4 frame drops. I have to mention that I changed about 3 different videos on YouTube in order to get something a little bit good. But you can see that it is a little bit choppy right now. So there's 5 frame drops and it's just counting. Again, this is not bad. It's OS 13, so it's not supposed to do it. Again, if you want to watch a regular 1080p on this, will work perfectly for you when you're trying to play with YouTube. The next thing we're going to launch will be the Geekbench. Now we have already processed this and run it, and I can tell you that by default single core has 140 and multi-core has 407. It's again, they start working on it harder and you can see a better number on this. This is running Android 13, so of course it will have a really good number. The next thing we're going to cover will be AIDA64 or AIDA64. You can see that the name of the brand is written properly. The manufacturer is Rockchip. There's the 4GB of RAM, how much is available right now. And then the internal storage on this is 64 gig. You can see that how much is available right now. And the rest has been taken care of by partition and also some recovery. And then the rest is we installed our apps. And that's why it's that much left. Except that your Bluetooth on this do show 4+. Now this app has some sort of a problem with the PCBA, on this case motherboard. It is not showing the proper name, but through all of the Android boxes, it's not really showing proper Bluetooth version. It just says 4+, but I know by heart that this is 5. Going into CPU itself, you can see on the top that this is quad-core processor, Cortex A53 running on 2016 megahertz, and then this board is 64-bit. And it is running on 64-bit. You can see the CPU clock is right over here and all of the cores that are running. And then the CPU utilization is right underneath of it. Now under display, the native resolution on this box is 1080p, 61 dpi. The GPU on this is Mali G450MP, 60 Hz, and landscape mode. The OpenGL on this is only 2.0. That means is some games, or should I say most of the games, will not really play well. Going under network, the 5G band is supported, but remember that this is made for Wi-Fi 6, so I do not know why they're still saying 5G. Now going under Android itself, this is running Android 13. Under terminal, only you're going to see the SOC terminal, and it is running about 60, which is really good. Under sensors, nothing has been shown, but when you go to codecs, there's a lot of codecs that is involved in this. And then we can go down and you can see which ones are here. Now, a lot of you are going to ask for something like OPUS, which is really good for YouTube. But going down, you're also going to see the HC263, 64, the AVC, V9, V8, it's all, or VP9, VP8, it's all going to be here to play with, which is really good. Now, the next thing we're going to cover will be some video player. So we will be launching VLC. Now we're going to launch our 1080p video. Now for default, it does play it very nicely, and I just have to bring the volume a little bit down. So this way you can hear my voice, but you can see that it plays it right away and there's no pause to it or nothing. So it plays it perfectly. Now this is a 4K video that we have filmed in Niagara Falls a few years ago. You can see it's a map is very big. You can see everything, the ripple on the water, and also there's some birds that is going to go on the top, and the leaves. Everything is been correctly played and there's no pause to it. That's what I'm really looking for. And the sound is there. The sound is perfectly there. So that's what we are always looking for, to see if it's going to pause, it's going to stop, or something that is going to happen. And this video is 10-bit, and also you can see that there's a pause now. So once you bring up the volume a little bit, the voice is going, but the picture just totally frozen. And if I have to press back to get out of it, it didn't actually blink that much. Let's play it again one more time. And you can see that, okay, now it's going to play it for you, and it's perfect. So, but if I have to bring up the volume, let's see if it's gonna freeze. And yeah, so when you do that, it will freeze a little bit, and there you go. So it doesn't go next. Now I have to mention that this box do come with a media center, which is really cool. So not this one, but this one. So we will launch it and we will play our video that we have on USB, which is connected right now, right over here. So you can see that there's images also you can play using this app itself, but the one that we need to process is going to be videos. So we will select, and here's my videos that I have on USB. The one that was crashing using VLC was my 10-bit video. And let's play it over here. We will give it a couple of seconds. You can see that it's playing it perfectly, even if I have to bring the volume up and down, and that's where it was freezing before. And now it is playing it perfectly. So yes, it does play, but you have to use a different app, which is this one, in this case in the box, in order to make it work perfectly. I do not want to forget, you can change the background. If you look in the bottom, you have this little icon that you can select. And this way, you will be able to click the default backgrounds. And yes, you can change it to something you have. And then easily you can select it. So as an example, I selected this. I will press back and back one more time. It takes a couple of seconds to change the background. And there you go. Now it looks like this. But if you want to change it back to something before, or you want to change it to a different one like this one, you just have to do the same thing, select it, and when you get out, it's the background that you have. Now for this video, I'm going to go back to the default one and I will press back. So this way we can keep it and go next to make the videos. Now the next thing we're going to cover will be the speed test. Now the first thing we have done is Wi-Fi 6. So yes, we are checking it out to see exactly how good it connects. And let's see if we are getting a really good speed from it using this box. Remember that this box does not have any kind of antennas on the side, so you can see more, but it should do the job accurately for you to see exactly what type of numbers you're getting. Now the day of time that we're going to use it is not that much rush to it, but you can see right now that for my download I got 190 megabits per second and 69 megabits per second for my upload. Now this is using the Wi-Fi. Now let's go through and change it to a LAN connection. And you can see on the top I have a Wi-Fi connection, and it does say Wi-Fi 6. Let's change that to LAN connection. Now once you connect it, that icon on the top should change to LAN, and there you go, mine just changed. So I will go back to speed test, and now we're connected via Ethernet and a lot of things changed on this page. So I'm just waiting for it to get a really good number, and let's see what type of numbers we're getting. Again, it looks like this box only have a 10100 Ethernet connection, so I am not getting over 90 megabits, and yes, a little bit over, but it's not over 100 megabits per second. You can see that I got 92 megabits per second, and my upload rate runs about 46 right now, almost, yeah, there you go, 46 megabits per second. So again, it's not bad. You will be able to watch 4K with it, no problem, but you can see on 8K, which this box indicates that it can get you 8K, is not possible. This was the speed test. All the links will be available at the bottom of the video where you can order this from, except that this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.